the college football national championship.
Great game.
Great ending.
It was a great game.
Well, that was my question. People are saying that this is one of the greatest national champion games ever.
I'm taking Ohio State and the U back in 2001 or 2.
I'm taking last year's national title game.
Right.
I thought it was a very entertaining game. It was a defensive battle in the first half, and then the freshmen took over. 2 freshmen actually.
You talking about State Farm?
Oh,
Jake Fromm.
No. Oh, I didn't know where you was going with that. No, I'm talking about.
Hideous.
I'm talking about Mr. T. I'm just gonna call him Mr. T.
Good luck.
Wait. Okay, so that's my next question. How do you pronounce his name?
Do you have an idea?
No,
I don't either.
I kept looking at it like
Tua.
Well, first of all, it took me a year to learn Antetokounmpo's name.
It's 2 podcasts to learn it.
Right.
His name could actually be a football play because it's double T, no all vowels, no E. That's what I would call him. I call him double T, all vowels, no E.
I get Tua.
His last name, he's got the I, the O, and the A.
If I'm not mistaken, it's spelled TAG as in tag, OVAILA.
Yeah, I'm lost.
So Tua Tag. Let's leave it there. Tua Tag got a job.
Tua Tag got a job.
He's the quarterback that's, of course, going to get the glory from that game. But like Omar said, Jake from State Farm, actually, in my opinion, I think he balled out given who he's playing up against. The way he was performing on third down, it just didn't happen for him down the stretch.
From he started off the season looking like a freshman, and by the time they got to the college football playoff, he had, and they say that about in college basketball, by the time the NCAA tournament comes around, you're a sophomore, and it literally looked like he had matured to that point. Georgia, they were rolling. I mean, Roquan Smith, that running back, Sony Studios is nice. Not Nick Chubb.
Mitchie.
Sony, I don't know how to say the last name, so Sony Studios. He looked nice. But yeah, Tua, gutsy call on Saban's part to make that.
Man, does her transfer?
The papers were drawn up. Last night, baby, at about 2 minutes into the.
What'd you say in the third quarter?
In the third quarter. The papers were drawn up, baby. I mean, it's like we joked about in the chat. I put the gif out there from Dodgeball. The gutsy call, Cotton.
Yeah,
but like, it didn't start out well. He came. I think he got a 3-and-out right off the bat, but then they got the ball back, and then he went up top and got the touchdown. But in that first drive, he did just miss Ridley on the deep ball.
Yeah,
it was fingertips, and that's from him not being in the game, not being warmed up.
Yeah.
So I mean, he came out there and he was firing.
They opened up the offense more, which is interesting because you would think that. I mean, really, gutsy call on Nick Saban's part, but you would think that with them going with the freshman in such a key game, that they would actually be more conservative. And in actuality, they got more explosive, which is why they went there. Nick Saban basically said that, Georgia game plan to stop us from running the ball. And so I knew that the only chance that we had to attack them in the secondary, and Tua gives us the best chance to win passing the rock.
So the next question is Saban the GOAT?
Well, I think he had a lot more leeway or rope to hang himself with because, I mean, he already had 5 national championships, right? So you're expected to win. He can go for it. He can go for it, right?
It still counts,
right, it's still ballsy as hell because on one end you think, okay, they've been game planning for a month for Jalen Hurts. And then they stop that and they throw this monkey wrench in it that they didn't expect to see.
Whoa.
Hey, recall. Total recall. And then it winds up working, but to me it's a bigger indictment on Jalen Hurts as a football player. I mean, they didn't have the confidence to run those same kind of plays.
Yeah,
it's not 2 different playbooks. They literally opened up another side, like, okay, we can do this.
Yeah. I mean, he's. They're saying all the right things now, saying that it's going to be an open competition in the spring and all that.
Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Patricia gonna have to find a new. He gonna have to find a new school.
So just
Jeanette.
on that same topic.
Jeanette. He does look like a Jeanette,
Yeah.
but that's Kenneth Fareed.
Jeanette?
Yeah.
It's an inside joke.
So
we don't need to go on about it right now.
the
Is
college
that too
playoff.
far?
Yeah.
I was ready to
Fool.
jump off.
The college playoffs.
Yeah.
is a hit. Do you think they need to expand it to 8 games?
Hell no. They already aren't paying them as it is. You want them to play another game?
Yeah, man. Regardless of the paying issue, like
They need to solve the.
Did we not get the champion?
Well, yeah, but here's the thing, though. What I will say, they need to solve this Power 5 discrepancy. And what I mean by that is Central Florida should have been in the conversation. They played all the games.
Over Alabama?
I don't know.
Actually wins it. That's the
I don't
problem.
listen. I don't know. They were a conference champion. They beat everyone in front of them. They were legitimately, like, you could see 2
won
years
the bowl,
ago.
too.
You could see 2 years ago. And beat Auburn, by the way. You could see 2 years ago that this class was going to be a
Kenya,
good class. Huh?
Guess who's an alumni from there?
From Central Florida?
Yeah.
Who?
Blake Bortles. Guess who else?
Who?
Rashad Perryman.
What's the
You're arguing against my case here.
what's the theme I'm sensing here?
No, they've got to. No, they have to solve. They need to solve that issue, because you can't say that the criteria is that you have to have a conference champion and a conference championship game, and then a team that has been undefeated, and a great coach. Like, you've got to solve that. I don't know if it's expanding the playoffs or what the case may be, but
They would have been in if you expanded it.
Yeah, Kev.
They would have been in.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ken. I mean, I like what they have now. I'd prefer to see it stay this way, but I think if you look at history, it's gonna at some point expand. If you remember how feverishly they were trying to change from the 2-game to the 4-game, how long that took, the conversations that went into it just to get to this point, I think was progress. But over time, and especially with money involved, at some point they're gonna try to expand this, and I could see it going bigger than just the 4 games or 4 teams.